Okay, let's talk about Black Friday for PlayStation, Nintendo, and Microsoft. Specifically, though, for PlayStation, because there was some confusion this past week with an ad that Sony uploaded and then pulled back down and then re-uploaded without the discount at the end. And there was already question around that, but then more so after Sony basically cut that one out. Well, now we have really what's their big holiday discount leaking out early, and I even did a bit of digging myself and can work to somewhat confirm what we're seeing here. So I figured I'd put this out there during the weekend when people may be going around looking for early shopping for Christmas or something. You might want to hold off just a bit, at least on that PlayStation 5, and we'll also take a look at the Xbox and the Switch. So if you guys enjoy this video, make sure that like button and subscribe if you're new. So this is the ad in question with Sony. It was at the end of like a commercial that they uploaded, and it was just kind of like greatness awaits kind of trailer, just sort of hyping up the brand with different people in the trailer and stuff. And then they ended with this card right here, PlayStation 5 console starting at $379.99. The questions around this were things like, oh, it's running until December 24th. That's basically covering the entirety of the holiday season. And then this is also just the disc-free console. I mean, it says right at the bottom. So does this mean that the disk drive enabled system is not covered by this discount? Well, not quite, because after I saw this go up, I actually had a couple of people like mentioning this to me, and I decided to look myself just to see, as I do still have some ties to certain wholesalers in retail, and sometimes I can glean at least a little bit of information when it comes to promotions. I mean, it's not really like, oh, this game is already in their retail system for wholesale and it's not announced yet. It's more so, hey, there's a discount that we'll get rebates for on the back end, that being the retailer, not the customer. And yes, that is something they're going to run. And in this case, I actually saw this, and the disk drive enabled one was getting a discount. I guess Sony just announced it too soon, and then we got a bit more information on it, this coming from D-Labs and Bill, who, as mentioned here, which D-Labs, if you're unfamiliar, and Bill, they basically get their information from the back end, wholesalers, retailers, and at times just database uploads for things like PlayStation Network, for example, or I believe on Xbox. So at times they can actually find games that are about to be announced and put them out there a bit early. But here it appears this is more retailer information. So they show that the PS5 Slim console, the standard edition, that being with the disc drive, will see about a $70 discount, and the PS5 Slim console digital edition without the disc drive, same deal, $70 off. There's also a PS5 Slim pack with the Fortnite Cobalt Star, and then the PS5 Slim pack with the Fortnite Cobalt Star with the digital edition also seeing similar discounts. Now, that had already been announced, that there'd be like V-Bucks and skins and Fortnite stuff inside the box, and people, of course, wonder, what's the point? It's a free game, and you're just throwing some extra little things in there for it. I mean, really, it comes down to marketing and branding, and Fortnite, I mean, look, we all know, incredibly popular. So if you can position your system next to something that is widely sought after by the mainstream, you'll tap into a ton of customers that may choose yours over another system simply because Fortnite is on the box. That it really does come down to that sometimes when it comes to just gifting like systems and stuff to different people. So looking at this, they do have the promotion dates set from November 22nd to December 12th. So that part throws me off a little bit, only because Sony did have this set here December 24th. Although that is still, I mean, that does go beyond the typical Black Friday week. We're going like almost halfway through December with that one. Certainly halfway to like Christmas time and stuff when you'd be gifting these different systems or items. But it is possible that maybe Sony would extend this beyond what retailers have now. It just comes down to, so the way it works with retail with this kind of stuff, because I had to deal with it a lot back then, back specifically with the PS4 and the Xbox One, is they will give you rebates on the back end if you're a retailer, and the manufacturer, or the platform holder in this case, can play around with those dates. They can extend them, or it's all kind of on the fly. So as long as they go through your system, you scan it through your system, it shows the sale on that date, you will be credited the $70 back to your account, and then you can use that for buying games or whatever from the wholesaler. So it's kind of a whole chain of events that has to happen for that to go through, but that way they can kind of do it on a whim. They don't have to go, okay, these systems we're going to ship you now that go from us to the warehouse to the retailer. Those are the ones that you take $70 off of. No, it can happen in the system overnight, which means they can also extend the promotion further out. So it is possible that that date we saw in that end card here was wrong. It's also possible that that is the updated date and that the information the retailers have at this time is not correct. So I'd like it to run all the way till December 24th. I think that'd be great. I would just expect it to run to about, as they mentioned, December 12th for now and just be surprised otherwise. But I would advise you against buying a PS5 in the next 7 days or so and save $70 off of either the disc-enabled system. Now, I don't think I need to tell you this, but I feel like the best option would be the disc drive-enabled PlayStation 5 then at, what, $430 in the US. If you're somebody who's not as familiar with the system, that will enable you then to take advantage of any discounts that may happen on physical games at different retailers. Also, the added value of that disc drive is quite substantial now because its value has been overinflated currently because the stock has not been able to keep up with demand. So it's just not a bad idea to have it. It does add more value to your system overall. And maybe you have a friend that got a PS5 Pro and they're looking for the disc drive. Technically, you could get the disc drive enabled PS5 with the discount, sell them that disc drive. I'll save $80 for being a good friend, of course, and actually get it even cheaper. Just an idea, but yes, I do think that disc drive enabled system is technically the right move here. We should see other things being discounted, especially when it comes to games, as typically what you'll see happen is like these different storefronts, like their digital store will of course do all kinds of Black Friday sales, but also Best Buy, Walmart, GameStop, they'll just mark stuff down. And Sony will allow them to do so once again with rebates, but they will pick and choose their own games. With GameStop though, sometimes you see them do things like buy two, get the third free on used games. So take advantage of as much as possible. And at this time, hold off really buying too much because in the next week or so, you're probably going to see a bunch of discounts flying around. Which, speaking of discounts, we can take a look at Microsoft very quickly as they have their Xbox Black Friday sale that's up where they're running up to 55% off of select Xbox games here. Also PC, as they have some of them are set up as Xbox Play Anywhere. So you buy it on PC, you can play it on Xbox as well. And you can also save $50 on select Xbox consoles, which includes the Series X or the Series S, $10 off of Xbox wireless controller. You can also customize controllers in the design lab, and apparently the engraving is free. And then you can save up to 60% from Xbox Gear Shop. This would be another situation where I would look to retailers for physical goods, as a lot of times they would be marking down Xbox games. And then here's an interesting one that actually came up just recently as I was putting this video together. It's not live yet, but there is some discussion going around about this since it's going to be made public soon, seemingly, because it's going to be live on November 24th, and that has to do with the MetaQuest 3S, the all-in-one headset that also comes with Batman Arkham Shadow, which is a game that people really, really enjoy in VR. I think RGT says it's like his game of the year or something now, but what's going around right now is the 128 gigabyte model that's coming in at $300 will be available at Target with a 3-month trial of MetaQuest Plus, with a $75 Target gift card. Again, the word is it's going live on November 24th, so a week from now. If you've been kicking around the idea of buying one of these, I maybe would keep an eye, say, on Target and see when that listing gets announced and when it goes live. You get a $75 gift card along with it. Obviously, you can buy other stuff, but you could technically buy accessories for your new headset or just do other holiday shopping pretty much for free here with your headset then for that $75 credit. And then a quick refresher with Nintendo and their Black Friday sales, which I'll link to all these pages down below in the description if you want to go through these yourself and check them out. But they will have sales that'll just be by default across the board, once again rebated to retailers, so they should all, for the most part, have these discounted. They list Best Buy, GameStop, Target, and Walmart, like the bare minimum here. But Tears of the Kingdom at $50, Mario Maker 2, Animal Crossing, Pikmin 4, Switch Sports, Kirby Forgotten Land down to $40. Super Mario Odyssey and Pikmin 1 and 2 down to $30. I mean, Super Mario Odyssey and Pikmin 1 and 2, I think those are good suggestions at $30. Although Mario Odyssey's been out since the year the system came out, so I feel like most people have played that one. And then, of course, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Bundle, because not enough people have Mario Kart 8. This bundle's worked for them seemingly for the last 7+ years, so they feel like, you know what, let's roll it out for what could potentially be the last holiday, we hope at this point, for this system, and just try to get a few more million out of this game that. And they'll probably still be doing this bundle next year. Who am I kidding? I mean, the Switch is going to have that cross-gen period. Why not take another shot in 2025 with this? But yeah, keep an eye out this week for Sony to make their Black Friday announcement. Could be Monday or Tuesday, since the discounts would start on Friday, the 22nd. And we'll see what they have in terms of games and software on their PlayStation Network, and hopefully discounts on their memberships as well with PSN, because those have gotten incredibly expensive now based on where we were just a few years ago. So it is nice to take advantage of like 20, 30, 40% off if you can find the right spots for that. So we'll see, but let me know what you guys think about these down below. If there are any plans for Black Friday and any discounts you're hoping to be able to take advantage of here in the coming weeks. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.